Thank you, Gregory. I hope that was clear for everyone, but in case you need further information, please check our website or contact us directly. Before ending this seminar, I would still like to give our panel members the opportunity to say some to give us some last impressions. So maybe if I start with Enno. Enno, do you have anything to conclude?
Yes, definitely. And I just would like to answer the question, why are we doing all this? And for us, it is essential to keep the high level of safety for railways. Safety culture for us is definitely essential. And I just want to say, well, Rome wasn't built in a day, and the safety culture might not be built in a day as well. It is a long way ahead of us. But what we heard today, and I'm absolutely convinced of that, is that we are discussing about an important building block for safe railways, and that is why we are strongly convinced of what we are doing here, and this is why we are strongly committed to what we are doing here.
Thank you, Enno. Kirsi, maybe?
Yes, thank you, Bart. For us, so we have been evaluating the safety culture of 3 of our stakeholders as a pilot study to see how the safety culture model works. And now when we have this safety culture, climate survey, so I'm already now, even though we haven't started, I'm eagerly waiting for the results for us as an NSA to see how it looks when we have some idea of the safety culture of our stakeholders. So how does our how that is a glimpse to our own safety culture, a snapshot of it, and I'm already very eagerly waiting the results. And there was one thing that came around somewhere, that people ask that, is this free? So now this is something that they can get information, can get the results free of charge. Okay, thank you.
So the answer to that question is definitely yes. So this survey will be free of charge. And I'm really pleased to see that also national safety authorities are interested, and that they can use this as a basis for dialogue with the companies that they're supervising. Alejandro, what do you want to add to all this?
Yes, Bart, thank you. Just the words that Gregory has mentioned before about the survey, which will be something anonymous, something confidential, to give us an overview of the status of every organization, and to have the feedback of the people who work in there. I think it will be, or can be, the basis for the future maybe reporting tool on the railway sector, as it is a reality in the aviation sector. And as a paper does not work for itself, I have to say thank you to the ERA, and concretely to the safety unit, for the people who composed it, because I think you guys are enhancing the results of the survey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alejandro. But of course, we're happy to work on all this, but we cannot do it on our own. So that's why it's very important to involve the whole sector. Dunia, is there anything else we can learn from other industries?
Yes, for sure. And I think that it's a really exciting period for the safety of European railway. We see that there is a real dynamics about the safety culture, the safety leadership, the human and organizational factors. I know that you also work on the just and fair culture. So we really see that there is a real dynamic about all these topics. today in railway industry. And I think that you have now all the keys to help all this sector to really develop these different topics. What you can learn more from others, I think I will be back to what Eno said, that it is a long path and a continuous path also. So really, it's something that it's a very long journey, and it is totally integrated into the way to run and drive a company or a regulatory body. I think it's really that. Today you are on the dynamic and quite a lot of things at the same time, and I think maybe the next step will be how you will really integrate it in all your process, all the way you run the activities within the European Railway. And it's really a pleasure also to be on your behalf and to help you in this journey.
Thank you, Dunja. So definitely some lessons that we can learn. Peter, is this something that you recognize, that there is a lot of dynamics and a lot of excitement now, but that it will take some time to implement?
Absolutely, there's a lot of dynamics and a lot of excitement, and necessarily this will take time. But I can actually only invite every railway company to join the safety leadership training, and to request this activity within their organizations, because it's a really rewarding and very useful experience. And we are in the process now, and this is something that is really helping and really pushing things forward. That's the first, and we will definitely as well participate in the safety climate survey. And I'm personally actually looking very much forward to see the results, and based on those results, continue to build the future. And third point is I would like to thank ERA very much for your initiatives and for your drive to bring safety to railway. This is key to the future.
Thank you very much, Peter. And then last but not least, Kay, is there something you would like to add based on the experience you have with working on safety culture and safety leadership?
Yeah, thanks, Bart. Well, I suppose, look, the safety culture is definitely a marathon and not a sprint. But I think the work on the leadership and the culture that we're doing currently sends a very powerful message to workers about how seriously we take workplace health and safety issues, and also how they should actually take it seriously as well. But to effect real change, we must fully integrate safety into all workplace practices. And that takes time, but most importantly, it means that we must consult with our frontline employees and others as well to make sure that we actually listen to them. And I suppose the difficult part for some people is they don't like to hear bad news, but we have to take that and we have to listen and understand why it is we might be receiving that message. So I think the culture survey is a great place to get feedback, but then you must understand why people have given you the feedback that they have. And the only way to really understand that is to go out and interact with people, listen to what they're saying, and work with them to effect that change. And that's probably the most difficult thing to do for some people, but it is certainly the most effective thing for people to do, insofar as that people understand then that they're being listened to, they're being cared about, and we're concerned about them, and we want to make the workplace better for them.
Thank you very much, Kay, and thank you also to all other panel members. I think it was a very interesting discussion. Thank you also for your support. and sharing your experience, because that is actually what can make us can make us improve our deliverables and our initiatives. Again, if you have additional questions, don't hesitate to contact us or to consult our web pages. And then now I would like to give the floor back to Joseph for some final concluding comments. Joseph?
Yes, many thanks, Bart, and many thanks to all our expert panelists. What a great hour with so many interesting exchanges. For me, this has clearly demonstrated the commitment of everyone to our common goal to improving safety. Let me take this opportunity to announce the European Rail Safety Days, currently planned for Porto, 14th to 16th of June next year, co-hosted with the Portuguese presidency of the European Union. The tentative program is that on day one we will discuss safety leadership. Day two will be devoted to safety culture, and the third day will then be about maintenance. Today, the discussion we had was a good example and a good illustration of the quality of exchanges and interventions that we hope to have all together in Porto again. As Gregory said, I will then also have the honor to officially launch the European Rail Safety Climate Survey. For this, we will, of course, need the support of all of you, of all of our partners. I look really forward to meeting all of you again there in Porto. And for the day, I wish you a very great rest of the day. Stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joseph. I can only repeat it in wishing everyone a happy end of the year and all stay safe. And this concludes the seminar for our side. Dorothea, do you want to add something?
I think we owe a very big thank you to all the speakers for their support, for their enthusiasm, for their, as they say in French, engagement for safety, and also for our audience and their interest in our activities. And please stay in touch with ERA. If you would like to stay updated about our activities, you can register in our database by clicking the My Profile icon, which you find on top or bottom of our website. And perhaps during the end of year holidays, you may visit our website where we will inform you on all the other webinars we are planning for the coming years, and we are looking forward to seeing you back again. Please stay safe, enjoy the Christmas holidays, and have an excellent start in the new year. Bye-bye.